Good afternoon, Yeshivat Frisch. I'm Alex Massell, and this is the Frisch News Network. The first semester is flying by, but thanks to some creative programming, Frisch students are going into the new year with cold temperatures, but with warm hearts. Here's Carly Scheinfeld for our December wrap-up.
We started off December a little sad to see our beloved tent classrooms taken down, but the Hannukah festivities lit us up and a joyous, fun-filled Hanukkah ensued. This year, classes enjoyed a game of laser tag in the gym, a new addition to the Frisch Hanukkah celebration. Classes competed against their classmates in an epic battle throughout the Frisch gym. And although many things looked different this Hanukkah, the one thing that remained the same was the end of the day candlelighting ceremony, mariv, and raffles that had amazing prizes. This year, Frisch also had food trucks come during lunch and free donuts during breakfast. And what do Frisch students say their favorite part of Hanukkah is?
I love dreidel competition. What about you, Michelle? I like the free food. I like the free donuts as well. I like the donuts. All amazing answers. Personally, I love making latkes. It's so fun.
Thanks, guys. And while we may have missed out on a day of Hanukkah activities due to the snow, there was plenty of fun to be had at home. Frisch had its first snowman building competition, which saw some really creative snowmen from Frisch students. While Hanukkah might be over, there is still always excitement and joy in the Frisch hallways. For Frisch News, I'm Carly Scheinfeld.
Thanks, Carly. As we look ahead to the next semester, seniors aren't wasting any time getting the most out of their final year at Frisch. It's a year like any other, and two of the yearbook editors are seeing to it that no moment gets left behind. Here's Kayla Mantell with Jake Nussbaum and Abigail Schottges.
Not even a global pandemic can quash the senior grade's everlasting spirit. Like almost everyone these days, seniors are turning to social media to help create remarkable memories. Joining me now are two of the brains behind the making of some really special yearbook memories. Hey, Jake and Abigail, so nice of you to answer some questions for us.
Hey, happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So the first question we have is, the Instagram account that everyone is talking about right now is Frisch Seniors. What inspired you to create it?
So basically the idea behind this Instagram account was to just get everyone really hyped up for the yearbook and just get really excited about it. But also what we wanted to do was we wanted to make the making of the yearbook more of a collaborative experience between the yearbook team and everyone in the grade. So it's not just everyone on yearbook just creating the yearbook and compiling all the photos kind of in secret throughout the year. When we're taking the photos, we're also posting them on Instagram. Now people want to get photographed for the yearbook because they want to make it on the Instagram. So people will come up to us and they'll be like, oh, Jake, Abigail, me and my friend, we're wearing matching sweaters today. Can you take a photo of us for the Instagram? And then we're like, oh, sure. And then we take the photo and we post on the Instagram. And then we have that photo for the yearbook. So it kind of turns it into like everyone in the grade, like we're all working together to put together the photos for the yearbook. And we thought that would just be a really fun thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It really is. What is the most liked photo and why do you think so?
So our most liked photo is a photo with 58 likes, and it's a photo of a few of our teams, like basketball and swim team, and it has the caption, "They say Frisch has the best teams, where's the lie?" I think it actually does make sense that that's one of our most liked photos. I think teams are like fun and they bring out a lot of school spirit, and it's just like thanks to our great photographers, it's really nice to see photos of everyone together and to just have fun. And then actually our most interacted with post is a video with 501 views. And it's a montage of us when we were freshmen and then pictures of us when we were seniors. And the caption is, "Remember when we were babies and then we weren't babies, love you guys." And I think this makes a lot of sense that this is like the most like engaged with post because, you know, we're at the end of senior year, second semester, and there's a lot of, it's like bittersweet, but there's a lot of reflection on all the years past. And I think just like this video really nicely encapsulates that.
The yearbook team sounds like a great community. What goes into the process of choosing a picture?
Yeah, I agree that it is a really great community. We have an awesome team and I love working on the yearbook with everyone. We want to pick pictures that really show a lot of emotion in one single moment. So like, for example, some of the photos we posted, one is a picture of Avi Burstein. He's crowd surfing on everyone's hands at Shariah practice. And you can just see like in that single moment, so much emotion. You see everyone mid smile, mid laughing, and it just really like, it brings you back to that moment in time.
You definitely convey that. The captions are fire. Who comes up with them?
So I would say there is some collaboration. Like if we're together, one of us is posting something, we'll say something. And it's also very organic. Like whenever we choose a photo that we really want to post, we try to be like funny and we try to see what's happening in the photo, what's happening in the day, and maybe reference things like that. But yeah, it's mostly just whatever we feel like.
Lastly, it's crazy how we're seniors already. What are some of your favorite memories from Frisch?
Definitely one of my favorite memories in my Frisch experience is Freeze Fest. I think that was just the absolute best trip ever. I think we all, not only just did we all have so much fun on the trip, we all bonded so much. Like I bonded with people I never bonded with before. Like even like everyone says like freshman retreat is when you bond with new people, but even junior year, I was still making new friends with new people and becoming close with people I wasn't close with before. And it was just fun to like leave the country and go on a really far trip with your classmates and your teachers. I thought that was so fun. Like it just holds a really special place in my heart because it was like one last time we all really just had a lot of fun before things became not so fun.
Yeah, and I would say for me, this is a pretty classic answer, but I would say, Shiria over the past few years, and especially junior year Shiria was really, really fun. And I think kind of in the same vein, like you get to really bond with people that you've never bonded with before, and you really get to talk to people and collaborate with people, and you really see like the grade like come together. Like even though it's in school, it's not necessarily about schoolwork, and it's just I think it's like a really nice moment that isn't really experienced in other places or other schools.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing. For Frisch News, I'm Kayla Mantell.
Thanks, Kayla. Ever wonder what it's like to be at the forefront of some of the amazing things that happen at Frisch? Me too. To find out what it's like to plan activities for a school of our size during the pandemic and still make them fun and memorable, our own Daniela Moadab went straight to the source. Daniela?
Our first semester of in-person learning during COVID has been incredible, but not without its challenges. I sat down with one of the Masters of Education at Frisch to find out how he keeps the magic going, even in the roughest times. Rabbi Goldfischer, thank you for joining me.
Oh, my pleasure.
As the person who oversees all educational programming at Frisch, how hard is it to provide meaningful and appropriate programs during the pandemic with all of the restrictions and closures?
It's definitely challenging.
Mm-hmm.
It's challenging to come up with programs that we could do. We just take into consideration being masked and social distancing. We can't go to our classic yoga dancing. At the same time, you want to do things that people are going to enjoy and find fun. So it's definitely adds a level of challenge and forces you to think a little out of the box.
We've been doing a great job because the Hannukah program was great between the donuts, laser tag, food truck, and of course Kahal. You covered all the bases from food, fun, and full of purpose. How do you come up with your programming ideas? Like, what's your inspiration for all of them?
High school kids like to eat, so that's always that's a go-to right there.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing is you want to think about just giving the kids a break and giving them time to kind of just enjoy each other's company. Then you try to come up with how can we do that? What can we do in campus? What can we make fun? And so I don't know. I started thinking about like Greeks versus Maccabees, and somehow Greeks versus Maccabees in my head turned into like laser tag and the chap is I think you can take like any kind of idea. You just gotta run with it. You gotta like think about how to make it good, how to make it fun, what elements to add. How to do some competitions and music and whatever it is. It's those little things that show like we just want to have a good time and have fun with it.
How does programming this year in person, being masked, differ from last year on Zoom? And how did you find that experience on Zoom last year with programming?
I would probably say being on Zoom programming was more challenging than this. I mean, look, I don't know, more than I think they're both challenging. I think that this is challenging because we're all together, so you have to be creative with certain restrictions. There, it was always going to be someone talking into the video, so we had to try to come up with ways to make a difference. I don't know if you remember, like Von Bomer,
right?
Like we did like a carnival, and we had people. We were trying to get people at least up out of your chair, doing things, sign up for things. Like we were trying to come up with ways that you could be in your house and basically be watching a screen, but still be active and get a good laugh and enjoy it. Enjoy the time with your friends and your teachers.
How do you keep smiling and making people laugh these days? What keeps you going?
What's the alternative?
Right.
We walk around being sad all day?
No.
Listen, I don't think anyone likes COVID, and I think certainly we get frustrated with what's going on. But I think,
100%.
when all is said and done, we're here, we're learning together. I think you gotta count those blessings.
Our last question that's been on everyone's minds is, when is Sharia coming, if it is coming?
That's a great question.
Yep, we didn't tell you about that one.
Go look at the camera for a second. I don't know if I can answer that question. Listen, Sharia, there's a lot of discussions about Sharia because Sharia, she's, first of all, she comes from overseas. So no matter what, she's going to get quarantined. When she comes in, it's going to be a couple of weeks.
Thank you again, Rabbi Goldfischer.
My pleasure. Thank you.
For Frisch News, I'm Danielle Moda. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Daniela. And now to our favorite segment, Frisch on the Street. As we go into a new calendar year, we take some time to reflect on the year that was. And what a year it was. Our Frisch News team asked students and faculty to come up with one word that describes the year 2020 and share some thoughts going into 2021. Here's what they said.
Long.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Different.
Entertaining.
Crazy.
Changed.
Unpredictable.
Long.
Nightmare.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Surreal.
An experience.
Life-changing.
Headache.
Fierce.
Eventful. Disaster.
Movie, that's the word I used to describe it. It's very interesting. Hectic. Challenging.
Unexpected. Pretty crazy.
Hope.
Achieving.
Different.
Long.
Nightmare.
I'm really, really ready for a better year, especially in its trajectory.
I'm hopeful things get better.
I just really hope it's a better year.
Hopefully it'll be better.
I'm excited for a change.
I hope life gets back to normal.
I hope it gets better.
That 2021 has to be a good year. There's only one way, it's up.
I think it's definitely gonna be a good year.
I hope I can hang out with my friends normally.
Finish junior year, don't fail out, and get the vaccine and go back to normal.
I think we have the potential to enter a time of flourishing for all of humanity. I really do believe that.
Keep working hard.
A healthier 2021.
We should have a happier year.
I hope 2021 is more positive.
We're gonna have a great year. Like everything, we'll have a good time. And we just gotta keep a positive outlook. We're all gonna be different people for the better in the end. I'm pretty hopeful.
I'm excited and nervous to see if it's going to be better.
A fun year, and with new memories, and no more masks, guys. Well, after, all this goes away.
I hope next year is gonna be even better.
Hopefully get the vaccine.
I hope it'll be more normal and that things will be better.
Hopefully I'll be able to travel more.
Things can only get better from here.
Well, that's about it for us today. Until next time for the Frisch News Network, I'm Alex Massell. Thank you for watching.